Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago PD is recycling a season 12 storyline, but with a different character. Chicago PD has been on NBC for over a decade, so there are bound to be some repeat stories. There is only so many ways that criminals can break the law, and so many ways that you can go bring them to justice. Based on the promo for season 12, Chicago PD will be going back to the well when it comes to CIs or confidential informants. We already saw how things went when Dan Torres, Benjamin Livy Aguilar, dabbled in the world of utilizing moles for undercover information. The young officer struck up an affair with the CI in season 11 and nearly lost his job in the season 12 episode, Penance. The affair also led to the death of the CI in question, Gloria Perez, Yara Martinez. Well, now we're going to see how Kiana Cook, Toya Turner, fares when she takes on her first CI. It's a logical progression point, given that Cook has been part of IU for less time than Torres. She's also had a front row seat to the Torres drama, and served as one of his confidants when everything was going bad. The April 23 episode, Name, Image, Likeness, will set up Cook with her first CI, but the promo and the synopsis for the episode suggest that it will be bumpy. Cook works with a confidential informant for the first time in a robbery-murder case, the synopsis reads, with links to a star college athlete. The actress who plays Cook, Toya Turner, confirmed this suspicion during an interview with TV Insider. Similar to Torres, Cook will get caught up in the emotional side of things and get a bit too close to her CI. She tries to just make it be about the work, the actress said. Then it starts to get more personal where she's willing to put herself on the line for her CI, and of course it doesn't go well. It gets even worse when Cook realizes that some of her EU peers are hesitant to pursue an investigation against the aforementioned college athlete. It seems like Atwater, Leroyce Hawkins, and Ruzek Patrick John Pfluger had this thing. Well, he's a basketball legend, Turner added, so I think it causes us to not be clear on how we want to approach the situation. These conflicting ideologies will help to give Cook's CI case a distinct flavor that'll set it apart from Torres' recent drama. Hopefully hers yields less trouble. In the gritty, high-stakes world of Chicago PD, fans know that no storyline ever truly dies. It just goes underground, waits a few seasons, and comes roaring back with a new face and fresh emotional stakes. And that's exactly what's happening in season 12. Longtime viewers might experience a wave of déjà vu when a key subplot from a few seasons ago gets recycled, but this time the narrative unfolds with a brand new character at the heart of the storm. Back in season 9, it was Officer Kim Burgess who took center stage in a harrowing child endangerment arc involving the abduction and eventual adoption of young Michaela. Burgess was tested physically, emotionally, and ethically as she wrestled with the trauma of violence, the responsibilities of parenthood, and the looming question of whether a cop could ever truly protect the people they love. It was raw, it was intense, and it cemented Burgess as one of the most emotionally complex characters in the unit. Fast forward to season 12, and a suspiciously similar setup begins to bubble beneath the surface. But this time it's Officer Dan Torres who finds himself on the edge of a personal and professional cliff. The parallels are unmistakable, yet the shift in perspective brings a whole new flavor to the plot. It starts with a drive-by shooting on the south side, one that Torres initially dismisses as just another gang hit. But then he sees her, an 11-year-old girl, blood-spattered and alone, crouched behind a garbage bin. She won't speak. She won't move. Her eyes are hollow. The shooter, it turns out, was aiming for her father, a confidential informant who's just been outed and gunned down in front of her. With no immediate family willing to take her in and the threat of her being silenced by the same gang that killed her dad, Torres makes a snap decision. He takes her home. For Torres, the situation is more than just protective custody. The girl, named Isa, reminds him of his younger sister back in Humboldt Park. She's stubborn, quiet, and carries her pain like a badge. Slowly, she starts talking, to him and only him. She gives up a crucial name, a leader of the El Sombra gang. Intelligence springs into action, but Isa's testimony makes her a target again. CPS wants her in a secure home. Torres wants her safe, with him. Sound familiar? The difference this time lies in Torres' background. where Burgess approached her storyline as a woman shaped by maternal instinct and trauma survival, Tor's angle is rooted in guilt and redemption. His own brother was killed in a gang crossfire when they were teenagers, a fact he rarely discusses. With Isa, he sees a second chance to save a child the way no one could save his brother. But that guilt drives him to blur lines that even Voight warns against crossing. Voight, usually the king of moral gray zones, has a surprisingly grounded take this time. You can't fix the past by playing house with a witness, he warns, offering a rare moment of insight that hints at his own buried regrets. But Torres ignores him. He's in too deep. Where the original arc focused heavily on Burgess navigating motherhood while holding down a badge, Tor's version is tinged with street loyalty, survivor's remorse, and an undercurrent of anger that threatens to derail him. Eza is not an easy kid. She lashes out. She steals his gun. At one point she runs away and Torres nearly loses his job trying to get her back. But when she finally breaks, confessing that she watched her father kill someone on orders from the gang leader, Torres is hit with the reality that she's not just a victim, she's a witness and a co-conspirator. Suddenly, the stakes are higher. Isa's testimony could collapse the entire case. Intelligence is split. Do they protect her or do they treat her like any other gang affiliate? It's Burgess in a poetic full-circle moment who steps in with advice. She's not you, Dante, and she's not Michaela. You don't get to write her story, but you do get to help her survive it. The writers aren't shy about the echo. There are even scenes that seem to mirror Season 9 almost beat for beat. The nighttime car stakeout where Torres falls asleep with Isa curled up in the back seat, the tense hospital hallway conversation about guardianship, the dreaded CPS knock on the door. But in this version, everything feels just a little more urgent, a little more dangerous. Where Burgess' storyline ended with cautious hope, adoption papers signed, a family formed, Tor's journey remains unresolved by mid-season. Isa might not stay. She might testify and disappear into witness protection, or she might fall through the cracks. Torres might break a rule that costs him his badge, or maybe, just maybe, he finds a way to do what his younger self always wanted. Protect someone and mean it. Fans are already buzzing about the storyline online. Some are calling it lazy recycling. Others are praising the show for exploring how different characters react to similar situations. The debate has lit up Reddit threads and fan pages. Is this a rerun or a remix? But most agree. Benjamin Levy Aguilar is killing it as Torres, bringing a vulnerability that deepens every scene. And who knows? Maybe Chicago PD is making a larger point, that in a city as broken and bruised as theirs, the same pain keeps coming back. Only the faces change. Only the choices remain new. As Season 12 barrels forward, one thing's clear. History may repeat itself, but the scars it leaves behind are always unique. And for Torres, this isn't just a recycled storyline, it's a reckoning.